welcome all who enter here. Beware the tales I have for you tonight. From a random farm to wandering creatures, the undead can appear anywhere you feel safe. Beings too evil for death to contain. Come, hear my tales and join me. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe and like. It is a small favor from you, but important to the channel. Thank you. Let our tales begin. Scarecrow. The newspaper read it was a massacre of a family of 5. Something the quiet people from Creekview in South Georgia had never seen or heard before. Mr. and Miss Johnson was in their mid-30s, with a 17-year-old son, an 11-year-old daughter, and an 8-year-old son. All died tragic deaths. They had a farmhouse on Highway 89. Several law enforcement officers became sick upon entering and seeing the grisly scene. Blood painted the walls and floors as body parts, and internal organs littered the room. This family had been beheaded, with their chest cavities torn apart. Shotgun shells littered the floor as the family tried to fight back. It appears no valuables were missing. Cash was found on the table in the bedroom, as well as jewelry and rings on a vanity mirror. What was the motivation, and why did this family have to die such a horrible death? The scene was discovered by an uncle that lived half a mile up the road. Sunday morning, him and the boys would always go fishing. They did this every Sunday. People at the lake would testify and tell them it was the truth. The man called the police, hysterical over the phone, repeating the words of "oh my God" over and over again. He was a small man at only 5'2". There was no way he could have caused the carnage in that house. The uncle was questioned. So were the people at his favorite fishing pond. He was given a lie detector test and passed with no problem. With no evidence to hold him, he was free to leave. In fact, the police had no evidence at all. Law enforcement uses confirmed evidence, relying on facts. that they can use in court. They do not want to acknowledge the ability of psychic individuals. However, psychics can prove useful when there's no other alternative. Anna has always proven helpful to law enforcement agencies in and around Creekview. She was invited to the crime scene, but refused to enter the house. She said the energy was too dark and evil for her, as her shaking hand let go of the doorknob. She did offer a lead to the police officers, though, to go to the cornfield and examine the scarecrow out there. She kept her distance from the scarecrow as well, informing the officials it was an evil creature, not alive nor dead. She had a vision of the scarecrow's past, brutal, heartless, and full of murder. He was a pig farmer and was paid to make people disappear. He would slice off their legs and the hands of his poor victims, then throw the body parts and the victims into the pig's pen. If you ever heard of a pig eating anything, believe it. The starving pigs would finish the job. Their screams echoed in the night as the farmer smiled and listened. But the man was caught. He hid in an old scarecrow to escape the mob's judgment. But dogs are not so easily fooled. They led the mob to the scarecrow, and the mob shot him with every round shotgun shell and rifle ammo that they had. They shot him until he moved no more. And they reloaded and shot him some more. This man returned as the unholy creature they see before them now. Every October he returns, picking a random family to slaughter. He listens to their screams. They remind him of the victims his pigs gorged on long ago. Officers inspected the scarecrow and found large shotgun blasts in the clothes and straw. They looked up toward the face, and the head turned down and looked at them. Jumping off of its platform, the creature attacked. Officials shot round after round into the scarecrow, but it did not slow the creature down. The undead creature simply laughed as it toyed with the officers. As law enforcement laid on the ground, the scarecrow brought out a sickle and simply laughed again. Anna told the sergeant to burn the fields. As she screamed, distracted the monster from killing the officers. The sergeant told everyone to leave the area. He lit his Zippo lighter, dropping it into the fields. Everyone fled as the field became an inferno. As they ran, the creature screamed. Hours later, the fire finally burned away. The fire department had been called in to keep it from spreading. In the middle of that field, where that creature last stood, lay the body of a burnt man with a blood-soaked sickle beside him.